Hi everyone. Today I'm going to try and explain to you the differences between the Book Nook kits from Cutebee and the ones from Robotime slash Rowlife. I hope you will understand my Dutch accent. If not, um, I will make sure that YouTube provides subtitles for you. Okay, here we go. So before we go on explaining the differences, the Book Nook kit on the right is by Robotime and it represents, I hope that I'm pronouncing this right, Sakura Densya. And it represents a little tram in the back here. And a little, let's call it Chinese town, Asian town. I'm not 100% sure which country this would be, but it is definitely based on an Asian style. As you can see, there's Asian letters and such. So that's the one from Robotime slash Rowlife. I am saying slash Rowlife because it is the same brand, just under a different name. So it's kind of rebranding. Okay, so on the right, this is my new one that I created recently. And this time, this one is by Cutebee. It's called the Rose Detective Agency. Don't worry, I will show you more into detail later and I will explain all the differences if there are any. So let's start with the lights of both book nooks. As you can see, they both have lights and both of them, the wires were already prepared. So what you just needed to do for both, and I will put a link down below in the description of this video where I review both of these Book Nook kits in detail. So you will see what I mean if you read those blog posts. But both of them, the wires were already prepared. So you just needed to attach, place batteries in them. Those are A4 batteries. And you can just, for both of them, if you want to replace the batteries, this one just opens here in the back. If you can see well, let's give it some more light. Let's put this up. There is a battery box that you should be able to see. There we go. No, you can't. I'm sorry, bad lightning, but there is a battery box. And you just need to replace it when it's empty. You just need to replace it with two new A4 batteries. And this goes for both of the nooks. And then what you need to do is just And I like this about the new dollhouse kits in general, that they all have this switch in front. See? You just have to slightly touch it and the lights go back on. It's not like before when dollhouse kits had the light switch like in the back or even at the bottom. So when you place them in your bookstore, in your bookshelf, sorry, you had to all get them out between the books, and turn on the switch and then turn it back. You don't have to do that anymore. You just push and push it on again. Same goes for the one from Cutebee, but on top. See? Lights are out. You just have to push here and lights go back in. So there's no difference between the two. Both of the light switches, you just need to gently touch and the lights are on. So these days there's no difference anymore between the two on how the lights work. I do remember that the one on the left, the Sakura Densya, the wire work was it was already prepared, the wires, but it was kind of hard to assemble it. Not that the one from Cutebee was easy, but it was easier than the one from Sakura. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Right, so the next topic is the hours of assembling. Now, modern days book nook kits are much quicker to assemble in any way than the ones before, because the reason why is because they are now more like a 3D puzzle instead of the vintage dollhouse kits where you needed to cut out every piece of paper, and when you had to make like a cup of coffee, you needed to assemble that too from paper. So nowadays these are just everything you see in those kits. They are all just little pieces of laser cut wood that you just press together like you would a normal 2D puzzle, but instead you just use it in a 3D way. So what I wanted to say is that you just click them out of their holders, the wooden holders, and you just assemble them. And I remember that for Sakura Densya, you still needed to use a lot of glue. And you had to be careful when clicking them together. But the one from Cutebee, you still need to be careful in clicking them together without harming them, without pieces being chipped off. It still happens, but a lot less. I've only had it happen like for the one from Cutebee, I only had it happen like 2 times. And I remember for Sakura Densya that I had to restore pieces a lot more times. So I would say that the quality of the wooden pieces from Cutebee are much better than this one. The one from Cutebee, I only had one problem, and I don't know if you can see, but when there are pieces like this, like it's like a harmonica wise, you know, it's not it's pieces that you can bend around. It broke off and I couldn't glue it back together. Now, if you don't know about this, you probably won't notice it, but still I know. So that's a little fragile. But that was for the Sakura from the little tram here, little metro thing. You can also see that it's a harmonica here. I'll try to focus. So, no, not like that. That's what you get with filming with a cell phone. Hard to focus. So if you see on the right side, it's a harmonica shaped form here. Okay. So when you click out those pieces, you have to be very careful to not break them. And that was, if I remember well, it was actually better quality from the Robotime one than the Cutebee one, because the Cutebee one broke easily, the harmonica pieces. All right, let's just take a break and get my thoughts together for the next topic. Next topic, the manual. I still have the manual from the Cutebee one, Book Nook. I don't have that one anymore from Sakura, but I do remember. So the one from Cutebee, the manual is, they are both in English, so there's no difference there. But the one from Cutebee was like terrific. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I don't even remember that I had specific questions when I read the manual. On the contrary, the one from Robotime, I remember that I did have a lot of questions, and there was oftentimes I was like, what do they mean by this or by that? So yeah, it was, the manual from Robotime's Book Nook was more complicated, if I'm honest. Okay, what's next? Yeah, so a better point from the one from Cutebee is that, as you can see here, it's covered with a plastic see-through thing. Sakura doesn't have it. It's dust can just collect here over time, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's already a lot of dust in it. And not only does it have a dust cover in front, but also on top. So the Sakura also has this, but you know, it's not very solid. The Cutebee one has plastic cover as well. So both of them have a dust cover on top, but only the Cutebee one has one in front. So that's a plus for Cutebee. Okay, next up, design. Well, I can't say much about the design because, to be honest, I both love them. I both love their designs. I I really appreciate the designers making these book nooks because they are wonderful. They are so great to look at. And the Sakura one with the little trim here behind, I mean, who thinks about doing that? You know, just a piece of a tram, and you can actually, I don't know if I can show you again, but you can actually see. I can't focus. Yes, just a little bit. You can actually see little humans inside. Isn't that wonderful? And with the little stream, it's plastic, and then with the flowers, it's just gorgeous in my eyes. It's gorgeous, it's light, it's colorful. And the design for the Rose Detective house, it's very nice too. Only thing, let me get some more light here. Lights. The only thing here that it's not, that you could maybe say, well, this one from Cutebee is not that colorful, which is true. It's kind of dark. But it goes with the theme, actually, because it's an ancient, well, not ancient, but like, let's say, I don't know actually, what year, what time period would this be? I'm filming myself here, I think. So, I would think the 60s or 70s, because they already had a phone. They already had a typewriter. And they had forensics for the little crime scene. I'm sorry, guys, but the disadvantage of having this plastic cover is that I am actually filming myself more than the object. But let's just go on. I was saying, yeah, the design might be a little bit too dark for you, but that's the time period it reflects, and it doesn't mean it's lacking lights, because I think there were 5 light points everywhere. There were several ones in the living room, as you can see. In the living room there by the board, there is a light. There is a light beneath the detective sign here. There was a light right on top here, and there's one at the back on the stairs, and there was one more here somewhere. So there is plenty of light, so that's not the problem. It's just a little bit darker. Let's talk about quality. If I have to give points for quality, that's a hard one. It's a hard one, because both are, I actually great quality, and it's a great invention to have it done like this. But if I really need to give points, I would say the quality of the Robotime one. This one, mind you though, the one from Robotime is an older than this one from Cutebee. It's an older design. And I had problems with the final assembling of the kit. I needed like 2 more hands and I needed to file off some pieces on corners to be able to fit. That's a problem I did not have with the Cutebee one, but the Cutebee one is a newer version, I think. Don't kill me if that's not true what I'm saying. Okay, next topic, the size. Book nooks are considered, if I'm not mistaken, they are considered on a scale of 116 to 124. Now, usually for dollhouse kits from Cutebee, they are smaller than the ones from Robotime, but now for the book nooks, as you can see, it is slightly higher than the Sakura. And the width, that's also, it's slightly higher because it has two floors, so you have to like make it possible somewhere. Okay, but then the width, I'd say, is practically the same. Yeah, it is the same, as good as the same. The depth, it's a little bit deeper, but they both fit into your bookshelf without any issues. And I'll show you with books. So there's your book, but mostly the book shelf is much deeper than this. So I can show you, I have put them both in my bookshelf. They fit perfectly, as well as height, as for depth or for width. All right. Did I forget something? To mention something? I don't think so. The price. I think I would need to verify. The one from Cutebee is a bit more expensive than the Sakura one, but the Sakura one will be older series soon, and I'm sure there will be discounts. But I think they are both about $40, if I'm not mistaken. I will have to verify it, and I will let you know down below my video in the description, okay? Was there something else that I forgot? Hours that you put into these. I can't even remember if I mentioned it or not. Guys, I'm 52. Never mind me, but I'll just repeat it. The Sakura Densya, I put in a lot more time. It took me much longer than the Cutebee one. The Cutebee one is so easy to do, I'm telling you. It's so easy to do, and I love the way it just clicks together. The only thing though, they do click easily together, but with the Cutebee, you do need to use a lot of force from your fingers. So if you are disabled or you have like arthritis in your hand, I'm sorry, but I don't think that. I think it would be hard to assemble the one from Cutebee because you do need a lot of force to click them together. Some of the pieces they click like nothing, but others are really hard to click together, and then you have to file off certain pieces. From the Sakura Densya, I don't really remember having to push that hard. But I do remember is that I had to use a lot more glue for this one. So yeah, that's a pro or con. However you can see it personally. What bothers you, what doesn't bother you. So that's a personal choice. Anything else? No, I don't think so. I think that was it. So please read the description down below to see the differences between the book nooks from Robotime and Cutebee. And I will see you the next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.